fast depleting oxygen in some of Delhi's largest hospitals as a result of the large number of patients suffering from COVID who need much more oxygen than has been catered for at the moment. It has been taken cognizance of, the crisis in Delhi hospitals, by the High Court, who've actually been listening in on some of the interviews on NDTV. One of the judges in the High Court listening in on the case on the overall COVID situation in Delhi said, "One of my brother judges has sent me this message." This was Justice Rekha Pali, who said that the situation is very serious. NDTV has also flashed about the alarming situation in Max Hospital on oxygen. The judge said, the report says there are only 6 to 7 hours of oxygen which is left. The Delhi High Court judge says the situation is very serious. In fact, that situation is increasingly critical right now. We've spoken to the Max Hospital chain. We've also spoken to other hospitals which have referred to this situation being quite bad at this stage. Arvind Kejriwal, the Delhi Chief Minister, has also tweeted. He says, "A serious oxygen crisis persists in Delhi. I again urge the centre to urgently provide oxygen to Delhi. Some hospitals are left with just a few hours of oxygen." I'm now joined by Srinivasan Jain and Arvind Gunasekara. Srinivasan, firstly, the situation as far as hospitals in Delhi are concerned, what are some of the details we have?
Vishnu, the details we have are of serious concern. We spoke to officials in the Max group of hospitals who, as you know, run a number of hospitals in the Delhi and NCR region. We were told by an official there that they only have 6 to 12 hours of oxygen left. I believe we also spoke, you perhaps spoke, to senior officials at the Ganga Hospital, another big private hospital in Delhi, who I believe mentioned that they have only 7 to 8 hours of oxygen left. Now, as it happened by a coincidence, as we were flashing this information, this High Court hearing was going on about the oxygen shortage in Delhi, and therefore the judges were able to take cognizance of it, so to speak, in real time, and urge the centre to take immediate steps to try and address the crisis. We've also just put up on screen an Arvind Kejriwal tweet. He actually retweeted a tweet or quote-tweeted a tweet I sent out with this same information about the oxygen running out in these two private hospitals, saying the centre must act. In this time, though, Vishnu, I have got some clarification from officials at Max who say that they are seriously concerned about the depleting oxygen levels, but at the same time, they don't want to convey a sense of panic. They say that while it's true that they only have reserves of 6 to 12 hours, they are hoping that by the time that period is completed, there will be a restocking or a replenishment, but it is all very cut to cut. And I think that's the matter which is causing serious concern, that the restocking, which should happen in ample time to give hospitals the buffer, is happening in a very sort of last minute and a jittery manner. And I think that's the reason why perhaps the Delhi High Court has taken such serious note of this. Arvind perhaps will have more details of that. But clearly the situation in Delhi when it comes to oxygen is deeply worrying.